water. Oh my gosh. And I plan on talking a lot, so I should go get it. But I don't feel like going to get it because I think I left it downstairs. Hi, this is Belinda from Belinda's Book Nook, and I'm going to start talking, and let's see if I can make it through this. I hope I do. I really, really was looking forward to it because you know how you get water and it's nice and cold. It's just, we've had some really crazy weather, and so the cold water has been hitting the spot. Normally I drink, like wintertime, these are all things I know you guys want to know. I will drink lukewarm water, like, you know, room temperature water, and lukewarm, because that sounds gross. I'm fine with that, because I'm usually cold in the winter. In the summer, put some ice in it, and this one was just the right temperature, and yet, no, it's not here. And I had another book that I got that I wanted to show you guys. So I'll have to do it in another video. I want to talk to you guys about a lot of things. It is Friday. Friday is supposed to be the day where I can just talk about a lot of things. So, you know, we're not just going to talk about my TBR, although we are, but we're going to talk about things that have been going on with me and my plans for the rest of this month, which is just dwindling. I'm not doing good. I started out I'm taking my shoes off too right now because I really need to get comfortable. So I'm taking my socks off too. I hope you can't see my feet. Oh my God, I'm so hot. Anyhow, it's actually nice temperature, but I'm just hot because I was running around trying to get, I have this stand that I use for my camera. I'm giving you all the background, so just fast forward, feel free. That I use this stand, I've used it for so long to hold my camera. And I think Christmas time I got a new phone, which is huge. I mean, they look like iPads, but yeah, okay. They're big, and so like any minute now, I'm waiting for it to, it's squeezing it right now, but I feel like it's just gonna fly across the room because the clip is gonna close. It's for, the clip that I have is really holding a smaller phone. So it was taking me a little while getting it set up because it was dropping it because it was heavy, and then it was tipped. I can't stand looking at the phone and it's slightly askew, which I still can see a little of that right now. It just is distracting. So I'm a little exhausted from like running back over here, doing a little shot to see if I fit in the screen and yeah, and see if it's crooked. So here I am. So the temperature is nice. We had almost 100 degrees. In some places it was. I think we were 98. And it was miserable. We're not used to that here. We do get humid and hot in the summer, usually much later in the summer, but not that way. And we had it for 2 days, and it was miserable. So today, you know, this is New England weather. It just dropped. I think today we're in, so 72, so over 20 degree difference. It's crazy. So here we are. Where to begin? I'm looking at my pile of madness down here. Let's talk about the bad things that I have not been doing. Okay, so on my list, I'm supposed to be reading some. I think I put it in my journal. Did I put my list here, my TBR in here? I think I did. I'm supposed to be doing Curvathon and Caribbean month. And I am doing that. I am. I had put on my potential this one, Hungry Ghosts by Kevin Jared Hussein. And because I've had this on my list for a long time. And I took this out of the library because I just don't have any space. Even though, let me just be quiet because I'm going to show you a new book today. And I got a couple more books that are coming in the mail. So clearly I still buy. But I didn't want to get this unless I knew. And I'm glad that I really wanted it on my shelf. I started this and I started it reading, and then I got the audio to kind of pair with it. And let me tell you why I think it's really great. This one, not as much as this other book I'm going to talk to you about in a minute, but I do like it, especially when I'm doing books for the Caribbean or other countries. I really kind of like pairing it because the pronunciation is spot on. And also, like when they're speaking maybe patois or another kind of dialect, it's easier for me, or more enjoyable. It's not easier. It's more enjoyable for me to listen to somebody read the book because I get all the nuances of it as opposed to me reading it as I think it's to be pronounced. So this one, not so much. What was surprising and lovely about this, for the narrator for this, is the gentleman that does it, and I can't remember his name right now off the top of my head, but he is in a mystery series that my husband watched, that I occasionally watch with him, that I love. Oh my God, it's just slipped my mind. Because it's set in a fictitious Caribbean island, and they solve these mysteries, and I can't believe I'm blanking out. Anyway, the guy that narrates this is the constable, I believe. So as soon as I heard his voice, I'm like, oh, I know that voice. So I looked it up to find out. So here's my thing about this. We are almost at the end of the month, and I have shamefully been very bad with this reading list. And so although this book sounds interesting, and I've gotten to, I don't know if I marked it in here. I didn't get in very far. I didn't get in any far. I think I pulled the bookmark because I wanted to make sure I took it out before I return it. I'm going to return it, long and the short. Not a bad book. I may really like it. I just might have to do it at another time, which really stinks because I really kind of wanted to knock this one off of my list, but I also don't feel like I'm compelled to want to read it next month. I kind of have my eyes on some other things, so I don't want to keep dragging this out. I have to be in the mindset for it, but I think it's going to be good. It wasn't keeping my attention. I feel like there's times where my mood reading and it really is pronounced, and this is it. So it's like I'm just not, I don't want to call it a slump because I still want to read, but I'm definitely being selective about what I'm trying to sit with. So this one is not finished, but I think I do want to revisit it again. And I definitely want to pair it with the audiobook because I love that guy's voice. So there's that. There's that confession. All right. Love After Love, which I don't have anymore. I took that out at the library. I did read. I think I talked to you guys about it in my last video. I liked it. Then I was also reading a poetry collection, which I actually, since I last talked to you, purchased the book of it. Oh, so good. Now this I can totally get with. I don't even, maybe these aren't, nope, it says poems. I was going to say essays. Because, I guess because I'm so inexperienced with poetry, and there's so much different types of styles, maybe even genres, I dare say, in poetry, this is my jam. So if I find things like this, I can totally get into it. I am a couple of poems in on this, and I love it. And I liked it so much, I bought the book. It's really super thin. Look, it doesn't take up a lot of real estate, but really powerful and so applicable, and I feel I can relate to what she's saying and things. So I am loving this one. This is Plantains and Are Becoming, poems by Melanie Louisa Marte. Very good. If you go online, you can even hear her reading the first two. I loved it. It was so neat to see her and then listen to her read them. It really, oh, good. So I do want to finish that one. I also showed you this book. Did I have this on this list? Maybe I didn't even put it on here. So I didn't even put it on here. Huh. But this is going to go back to the library, and I'm kind of sad because I do hoard books a long time. Sometimes I really do try to finish them, and sometimes I'm just being greedy. Because there's no way I'm going to get to this right now because I have other things that I need to do before the end of the month. But this is one I had picked it up when I was at the library, and I found this to be really, it's going to be good. I read probably a couple chapters, but then I started reading the other ones because I'm trying to get them done, one particularly for book club. And so I never came back to this. And this is not for Caribathon, but this just sounded really good. And it's called The Original Daughter by Jemima Way. If you look back at my last video, you'll hear what I talked about this one, the description, because I don't want to take up too much time rehashing that. So I am going to return it, but I think what I'm going to do is keep a note of return or DNF that I want to return to. I definitely want to return to this one and the one that I told you before. So I think that would be worthwhile list to put in here, like DNF returns. Ooh, I like the name of that. I do. I wish I had a pen. Like, because I just feel like I really think that I would like the story. So I think that's what's going to happen with that. Another one I have in the library that I'm not giving back, that is being held hostage, because I just know I'm going to like it. So I'm not even going to return it. No. Shh, don't tell. Nobody from my library, please. It's Now You See Us by Kwar. Let's see what I have there. Is that Bali Kar Jaswal? I probably pronounced it wrong. But this one is really good so far. Like, I just got into probably the first 2 chapters of this one. And not even, did it finish the first chapter? I thought it was in chapter 2. I'm barely into it, but I did like it. I just had to put it down because I realized where we were in the month, and this is my birthday month and my anniversary month. So I have like a lot of things that went on this month that just, and my son's graduation, and we're preparing for him for college. So it has been sucked up with activities, on the weekends and Father's Day. And so I didn't get to this one, but this one I think I'm going to hold a little longer because I think it sounds so good. And it just sounds like something I would enjoy. So I'm keeping that. Okay, the other book that I mentioned to you is that I don't have, but I finished it because I didn't buy it. I did it from the library. Was Matriarch, a memoir by Tina Knowles. Loved it. Let me tell you why. I didn't know I was going to talk about it, but let me tell you why I loved it. And maybe I'll do more in depth about the book. But I like to read books about, people's autobiographies and biographies and memoirs because I like the humanistic or the human side of story that I can relate to or learn from, right? And so when I saw this one coming out, my initial reaction, I love Beyonce, and I was like, oh, her mom always, presents such a strong woman, and I was like, I'm really curious. I don't know much about her other than, that she's been able to create some children that have been really amazing in the entertainment business. And so I didn't know. So I was like, I'm curious. And then I started hearing people talking about it, and I'm like, I kind of want to check it out. And so when it came up, I had put it on hold. It came up on my Libby, I believe it was. I was like, and I listened to it. I'm going to say this. I know some people that probably just don't like, I really think a memoir written by the person, and when they do a narration, like I loved Whoopi Goldberg's. I liked Commons. I think I did Alicia Keys. I'm trying to think of the people like I really Cicely Tyson's. I love when people do their own narration for their story, because that's at that moment I feel like they put in the inflections, the little notes, the little that you don't get necessarily when you're reading it. And I like that. It's like them sitting here having a conversation with me over tea, just telling me stuff. And what I really liked about her story was that she incorporated, because, of her age, she's incorporating her life she incorporated into her memoir aspects of history here and how it affected her family, what she experienced. And it was just it gives you so much more depth to understanding her raising, how she raised her daughters. And I think it's just lovely. I just think that there's something in there for everybody if you read it. And I liked it, and I felt that she also was very good about being vulnerable about some of the things in her life that she, mistakes that she made. She was open about it. And I really enjoyed it a lot. And I will definitely look at her even with more, positive thoughts in my mind when I do see her, with having known what she bared in the book. So that was a really, really good read. I was very happy about that one. And then this is the other one that I had started, and I wanted to finish it this month. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I have to finish my book club book. I have a book that I have for review, and I've been good this year. I decided I was going to start reviewing books again for publishers, but at my own pace and what I wanted to read. And I have had this year so far one DNF, and I gave them a full reason why I did. But this one I am totally enjoying, but I think it comes out in July. So I'm trying to race, and I don't think it's the first, I think it's like the second week in July. So I still have time to get it done. And then I'm going to put up a video and a write-up on my blog, so you'll hear me talk about that book. So I have that book and the book for book club to finish, which is this one, When We Were Birds by Ayanna Lloyd Bonio. I think that's how it's pronounced, Bonio. So I am, I think I'm further than this now. I think I am, no, actually I am. I'm at page 108. I have this much more to get done by Sunday. Why? I didn't want to read it too early in the month. I bought it, but I didn't get it right in the beginning of the month. But I didn't want to read it too early in the month because I wanted to remember to talk. But what I am noticing so far, I don't have any flags. So I'm going to rely on the brilliance of my book club members' brilliance of being able to bring out stuff for me in this book. I'm hoping that I'll have, I don't know why I judge it, but I like if I put a flag there, I feel like if there's some flags that the book really got me. What I will say so far in reading it, and this isn't a spoiler, it's like a two-person point of view or narration of the story, and I'm really enjoying, what is his name? Darwin, much more than Yajida, right? Yajide, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And this one, I have the audio. So you would think I'd be further, but again, it's just time. It's still time commitment. But I have it. This is set in Trinidad, but I'm really appreciating having the narration because I would have botched the way that these things are said sometimes, and so I'm really liking having the audio with it. So I'm looking forward to Darwin's chapters. So for her chapters, I'm like, oh, it's getting a little too fantastical for me right now. So we'll see. I'm gonna finish this by Sunday. For that, I have to finish that. I had to put these other ones on hold because I want to be able to talk with the group. And this one I'm loving. Written in the Water by Tara Roberts. The cover's off because I don't want to ruin the cover. It is gorgeous. You can even see, look at lotion, or it could be some kind of grease or something, whatever that I eating when I had it. But again, you see, flags. Listen, the sound of flags. I am loving this book, loving it, and going to highly recommend it. And I can tell you that, and I'm only a third of the way through the book. So this is going to bleed into the next month because I know I'm not going to finish this in time because I still have to do the review in the other one and the one that I'm holding hostage. So and then I have the audacity to have books that I already want to read next month. I'm like, you haven't even finished these, girls, so what are you talking about? But whatever. Okay, so other things that I wanted to talk to you about. So what other books? Did I have anything else? Oh, Monster in the Middle by Tiffany Unique. I started it and I just DNF'd it. I think it's not bad. I just wasn't feeling it, so I put it down. I own it, so we'll see what we think. Maybe I should also have like a list at the end of the year of DNF'd books and then stars next to the ones that I think that I want to give a chance again. For whatever reason, I didn't read them. Or I could write a little, but why I think because sometimes it's just the timing. I'm really busy this month. Next month we'll slow down a little bit. Towards the end it will get crazy because we'll start getting stuff ready again for my my son's school, but we have that. All right, another thing I want to share with you is, well, I am still behind in my book journal. Yep, that's true. But I've got this new sticker paper. Let me tell you. I don't know if I have another example. Wait a minute, hold on. Yes, okay. I found this new sticker paper. And because I buy a lot of my stickers on Etsy, right? So I love it. I can find like beautifully illustrated images with Black women on them. That just makes me happy because I like to have stickers that look like me on them in here. So let me give you an example. Okay, I'm going to give you a good example of the difference. Okay, so because this new sticker paper is so vibrant. So this is my May cover, which I got all the quotes over here. Oops, sorry. But I haven't filled in the books. Maybe I only read one book last month. That's what it was. Yeah. I didn't even read that. That's not the... Yeah, last month it was Between Two Kingdoms. Okay, anyhow. So look at this image right here. You see the lady here, like, isn't that pretty, right? Mm-hmm. Now, here's the same same image on the sticker paper. And these are other images that I printed too. Look how vibrant that is. I don't know if you can see the difference, but like, can you see it? I don't know if you can see it, but wow. It's so, and it has like a, it's almost like vinyl. Is it vinyl? Maybe it is. Like, it's almost like vinyl. It's like really got a nice, smooth, so enjoyable texture. So let me just show you, like, for the example, the cover that I did for my, yeah, oh my God, I love it, for June. I'm going to show you that one now because I already have it done. Look at the color. Right? So that's what I chose for this month, because this month is my, mostly the Caribbean reads and stuff. So, and you can see these stickers here. I haven't put, these are going to be for where I put the quotes. But, I mean, what? Like, so nice. So I feel like, oh my God, all these ones that I did in the past, I could have done and they would have been so much more vibrant. Probably sucking the toner out of my machine, but okay, yeah, like these ladies here, and this is the book club one. Remember this one? These ladies here would have been a lot more vibrant. So yeah, so I don't even know what fell out of here. Oh, okay, I remember that. Okay, so yeah, so I'm bad. I'm still updating. As you can see, I have more stickers here. I have to fill in some more reviews. Yeah, I don't know how I always do it, but I'm going to work on it. But the one thing that I'm really mad about myself, I said it, I still have a half a year, so I could redeem myself. It's possible. I decided my blind TBR card. I don't know if you remember when I put this picture up. I mean, showed you guys my book journal, my blind TBR card. I said, okay, I have so many books, but I'm only going to force myself, set a goal, not force myself, to read 5 of the books from there. I haven't rolled that stinking card over here once. You've seen me talk about how many TBRs, and has it come over here? No. So, July, I'm going to roll the card over here. And I'm thinking my idea will be that I'll pick 2. If the first one isn't making me go, oh, I can't wait, yes, I'm going to pick 2 of them and open them. And then, see, because I am finding that some of the books that I had put in there, I really still don't want to read. And some that I just don't want to read now. So, and that will help me, clear off that shelf as well. And I still have my bag over there to do my 5 and 25 books donation. I think what I'm going to do is just donate this batch, keep track of it, and then, because I'm not going to wait till I get to 25 books because it's taking up space in here and I don't need to see that. So there's that. Okay. And then what I wanted to share with you is, well, first let's look at a book that just came in the mail today that I bought as part of my birthday book haul. I have a couple more that are coming. Hopefully they'll come before the month's over. I thought you thought that I only had those few books I showed you. I told you I always buy more books in June. But this one I saw when I was looking to pre-order some books. And this one, it would have been great to read this now for this month, but you know what, again, just like Black History Month, whatever you read, I can read this year round, but this could be a great one for later this summer as well. And this one I've never heard anything about before, so it's called Miss V's Hot Girl Summer, and it's by A.H. Cunningham. And let me show you her. This is her in the back of the book. And are you ready? Are you ready for this beautiful cover? Just makes you think of the carnival. Look, that's some carnival pictures, right? Isn't it beautiful? Oh my God. Isn't it beautiful? I wanted to keep my finger so you could see the whole cover and I drop it. It's just stunning. No, and it didn't even ding it. It says Trinidad Velasquez plays by the rules. Now she has one chance, one sizzling carnival weekend to leave it all behind. For the last 16 years, Trinidad Velasquez has done everything right, raised her twin sons on her own, worked her butt off, and created a stable life. But Trinidad is done waiting for a happy ending to show up at her door. And when her current boyfriend proposes, she can't help but wonder if at her age, love should be practical and butterflies and heart-racing chemistry. But then her teenage son tricks her into a Caribbean carnival vacation, and she finds herself staying with the one guy who always revved her engine, even if he's a decade south of her dating range. Orlando Wiggins has never been able to take his eyes off Mr. V's. He's mentored her boys for 2 years, and she's never suggested there could be more. But at Carnival, between the sensual dance, heated looks, and electric touches, everything, whatever he's been feeling for her is definitely reciprocated. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, so I am looking forward to reading this. I don't know if this author is actually from the Trinidad, but her name is Trinidad, but the character. But I believe, no, I could be wrong. I believe, oh, actually, it might say here in the front. Not this one. I thought it was. It could be set here. Doesn't, yeah, it isn't set in Trinidad. And it says A.H. Cunningham is an introvert who weaves lovey-dovey romance with erotica. Oh boy. She writes diverse erotic romances centered on Black and multicultural grown folks. When she's not writing, you can find her reading, snacking at odd hours, dancing to some Panamanian songs, and enjoying life one day at a time as her family navigates a new move. So there's that one. Have you ever heard of it? I did not, but I just absolutely, the cover just, I was like, let me read the description, and it just felt right because I am actually, you know what I just realized? It's not set in Trinidad because I think that's her talking. That's her on the top of that. So it talked about Carnival, so I thought maybe it is set. I think it's set here, but she's going to go on a vacation. So I wonder if this could be considered. I think they want you to read the author's, this is going to Carnival weekend, but it's not necessarily. But if it goes there, it will be set there. I'm still trying to figure that out. I will let you know. Either way, I thought this would be a fun book to read. So I might not be able to count that for Caribbean, but we'll see. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you is I went to the museum with my husband and one of my good friends to see this amazing art exhibit. And I just want to show you a little bit from it in case you've never heard about this person. Oh, and it was so amazing. It's closed now. They had it, I think it ran until the 22nd of this month. And we squeezed in there. Yeah, it was from February until now. And his name was John Wilson. He's since passed. I think he passed in 2022, 2021. Recently, not too long ago. This was the free poster that they gave us, which I thought was super nice. For going to see his exhibit. And the name of his exhibit was Witnessing Humanity, the Art of John Wilson. If you look him up, or what I'll do is I will put a link below of about him. And I think that I can find, there was a special that was done on TV about him. Just an incredible Black man. He grew up in Roxbury, Massachusetts. And he went on to be an amazing artist for over 6 decades. And the beauty of his work is that he does so many different mediums. A lot of times I go and I see people at the museum and they're just, they're maybe doing oil, on canvas. Then you have people that do photography. He did so many different mediums, including sculptures, and he has some very large exhibited sculptures. One in particular that he has in Boston that you can actually go see, that's there permanently outside. And then they had some of his sculptures in the museum. And a lot of the stuff was donated from his surviving family, from his son and his widow, who's still alive. And there are also private collectors that donated for theirs, and also other museums that hold some of his stuff. So it was incredible. So this was the poster they gave us. And then, oh, I was going to show you. I might have to still go grab it if I'm not talking too long. I was going to show you. This was like just a little flyer. I'm going to actually put this in my journal. This is one of his paintings here. But I went ahead and bought. You can order this online as well from wherever you buy and shop books, because I'm going to stop always promoting you know who. But you can find it on other places as well. And it is well worth having this book. It's a great coffee table book. And it is the same title, Witnessing Humanity, John Wilson. And this is the cover of it. It's really big, big format. Maybe a 12 by 12. But it has, like, you know, all sorts of, let's see. All sorts of, like, this is some of the sculptures that he did. I'm not going to show you everything, but it's just so, and a lot of it is like him. One of the things that he did is a lot of self-portraits, but he also did a lot of representation of, and I think that's why he did portraits, is because he felt like that at the time there were only caricature representation of Black people, so he wanted to, oh, look at that. Oh, God, so good. He wanted to, to represent art and Black people in a different way. And then he also did a lot of work that talks about, there were some really hard to see, like slavery and lynching and all sorts of, so look at some of these. These are really incredible. And then let me see if I can find the one I really love of him. I think that probably is in the beginning. Like this one's really cool too. It's just so beautiful. Oh, look at this one. Look at that. Pencil, I think. Sometimes he used crayons. Sometimes he used markers. Sometimes he used, he did also a different type. He went and studied in Mexico, and he did a different types of art styles too, like this. I mean, really, I want to see if I can find really quick the one that's his self-portrait. If I can find it really quick, I will show you that one. And then this is the one that's set in the ground in Roxbury, Massachusetts. It's huge. It's incredible. That one is called The Internal Presence. But if you get a chance, look at the link. I'll give you the link so you can look at more. And I don't see it. But there's a really, really beautiful one he did of himself, which I thought was so nice. All right, so I got another thing. I'm going to go grab it really quick to show you what I got, which is so nice. Because I went into the store afterwards, of course, to shop. Yes, I don't just go to the museum. I shop too. So let me show you what I got. So hold on, I'll be right back. All right, look at him. I'm taking the tag off of this. So first of all, it's not if I needed another one, but I love this little pouch I bought. This is super cute. It's a little zipper. I can put pencils, whatever in it. What I did this time was just stick the stuff that I bought in here. But I bought some these are great postcards from his art. Another one that was like that. This one was really pretty. Oh, here it is. This is the self-portrait he had done of himself, which I really loved. Oh my God, I think that would be really good. I like to get postcards. Sometimes I will frame them. And then I got, this is the last thing, and then I'll let you guys go. I can keep you on forever. I've not heard of this, but this is great because this is going along with Caribbean Month. This is a Caribbean artist. She's Jamaican, and her name is Tamara Madden. I don't know if you've heard of her. If you go online, she does sell like her art in calendar forms. I got these note cards by her that are stunning. I can't wait to share these with my pen pals, but look here, look at that. Right? And I'm going to show you really quickly. I know, I keep trying to say I'm going to be finished. But let me just show you some of the styles. So there's that one that you saw. You get 5 of each style. And then this one, this is really pretty. I'll show you one more. I'll show you the one that I really love. Oh, I love this one. It's almost like Afro-futuristic type look to it. It's just pretty, but I love it. It has a hummingbird in it. So yeah, these are note cards. So I'm just gonna write my little note to them. And, you know, I think that's nice. Like I said, with these, what I would do, you know, I would take these and I put them usually in white frames in my craft room. And then they're just so pretty, and you don't have to. I have the display shelf, so I don't always hang them up on the wall. I can just rotate through the different things. So I'm definitely going to keep some for me for that purpose, but I'm definitely going to share. I do tend to hoard. I will share. I will keep at least one of each style, and then the rest I will use to give to pen pals or writing to my cousin or my you know, friends. And this says here, born in Jamaica and raised in America, Tamara Madden was a mixed media, I didn't know that. Was a mixed media artist and professor of art and visual culture at Spelman College in Atlanta. Inspired by her homeland, Gustav Klimt and Ras Amar Nesoroma. Madden frequently illustrated Black women of the African diaspora in elaborate headdresses and lavish ensembles. Madden's use of mixed media shines in the 4 images in this card set, with their combination of paint and texture elements, allowing the cloth and headdress to captivate. And then that's it. So it said was. So I'll have to look up more about her. Maybe I'll remind her to put a link for that as well, so you can look for her. But that's good for Caribbean Heritage Month. It's okay, that's all. All right, because I keep talking and I don't even know how much time I may have to edit it. So my goal is to get this done by Sunday, to read my review book in here. These 2 are probably gonna go over into next month, if I'm really being honest. In order for me to get these 2 done, these 2 probably will spill over, which really makes me sad because I have some definites I want to read next month. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I just have to hunker down. I can hunker down and get these things done. I could at least make more headway in this. I can get 2/3 of the way from this. And then I think I can get the audio this one. And then I can crank through it. So it's possible. Anyway, that's what's going to be happening on the docket for the next few days. What you guys reading? How's your weather? Have you heard of this artist? Please take a look at the link. It's just incredible. You know, we go through Black History Month, and you learn about maybe one new person, and there's so many people doing so many things that have and are in the present and in the past that have done really amazing things that, you know, I was really grateful to be able to actually go see his work. I haven't gone to see the big sculpture. I do want to go see that big one, with Internal Presence, I think it is, or something like that. I definitely want to go see that. And then my coffee table book, I'm getting a little paranoid because it does have like a kind of a cloth material. So I'm a little worried about somebody setting a drink on it. So I may put it on one of my side tables so it can stay preserved. But definitely something that I plan on just sitting through and reading, because it's got lots of information in here about him. And I think he's a fascinating man to learn about. So I'll put a link to that. I'll stop the blabbing. I'll stop the talking. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks for listening. Bye.